right now we're here in central London where nearly 1 million people have closed most of the streets, where they're having a massive pride throughout this city, and they've all come together to protest one thing. And that thing is... So why have you come here today?
Because
like I really like to drink a lot, yeah, and also like gay rights and that, yeah.
We're wandering, we're seeing friends, we're celebrating.
Like show ourselves basically.
I'm so glad to be here and be included in my community, okay?
oh my god.
Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's okay, it's fine.
Sorry, I'm just too drunk.
I'm just happy to be here in Pride and supporting the event.
Hundreds of people lost their lives to literally give us the LGBT rights, and like literally I think it's about remembering them.
What laws specifically would you suggest changing?
We need something like this like every day. We do! Gay rights!
You better love you.
I think someone should change the sat-nav in that bus and give them directions to Saudi Arabia, and then maybe they could see what real homophobia is like.
What if he was the president, but he was a drag queen?
This would be amazing.
Behind us are the gay conservatives who are being booed. It doesn't seem like the conservative gays are really as welcome as the liberal gays.
In the recent Channel 4 survey, where 54% of Muslims in the UK say that they disagree with homosexuality, they think it should be illegal. Do you think that's something that's a threat to gays in our country?
Well, if you spoke to, one of the things we were talking to with those gay Muslim marchers on that protest was their anger at far-right groups who try to appropriate cynically LGBT rights for Islamophobia.
Why are they here?
To stop people driving into people.
Who would do that?
So here we have a really nice array of all the flags of the world together, and the slogan is "Welcome to London" and "Happy Pride Day," and it's basically saying that we can all come together. But there's one thing I have to say about it. This one hates gays, and this one, and of course this one hates gays. This one wants to throw gays off buildings.
I've been to quite a few prides, and I don't really ever remember this being a thing. I wonder why it is. Do you think here in Britain, do you think it's a bit easier maybe to kind of wear your gay on your sleeve compared to maybe some other countries?
No, of course. Like, there are people that are being stoned to death in the streets for trying to live my lifestyle.
Tell me about it.
And that's deeply upsetting.
You can be old, you can be young, you can be queer, lesbian, whatever. No one minds. That's why Pride is important.
So we have just got back from what I can only describe as the city of Babylon, where 1 million people came together to just be degenerates, to completely destroy the city and make a total mess of the place, to protest nothing. That's what I think about it, and I think the whole thing is just a complete disaster. I don't see a point in it. What do you think?
Well, I think it's funny that you're a gay man and I seem to be more pro-gay than you.
I mean, I'm not so anti-gay, I'm just anti-that. I mean, what the hell was that?
I actually, there's something I quite like about it, but I know what you mean. After a whole day of that, you do feel a bit exhausted, don't you?
Well, they shut down the whole city. It cost probably the taxpayers millions in planning and security for 1 million people to come. For what? Human rights abuse? The Iraq War? What are they protesting?
Well, is celebrating an act of protest in itself. I mean, isn't it nice to be able to see gay people sort of being openly gay in this country and, celebrating that? I think, there are countries where they could be stoned to death just for walking around in the street. So
Then protest outside the Saudi embassy.
Well, they're not going to do that.